14th straight last night, beating the Bucks despite Giannis dropping 30. SA, how do you feel about those Cleveland Cavaliers?
Same way I felt last week, week before that, week before that, week before that. They are the #1 threat to the Boston Celtics. This team is loaded. And listen, Mobley has improved himself. Donovan Mitchell is a superstar in this league. I don't know what people watch it. This brother's special. Darius Garland's balling this year, significantly better. Jared Allen is healthy. He's on the basketball court. They're formidable defensively. They have athletes. They have size. You acquired DeAndre Hunter from Atlanta. You have a wing defender who can put up 18 and 19 a game, who's been shooting better than 50% from threes since he arrived in Cleveland from Atlanta. And oh, by the way, he arrived from Atlanta to Cleveland, Molly, 12 games ago. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 12-0. They haven't lost a game with Hunter in the lineup. They have everything. And Boston, of course, Boston should still be the favorite. But a Boston fully loaded should be the favorite. You better have Porzingis. You better have Drew Holiday. You better have Derek White with Tatum and Brown. You better have them. Because if you don't, the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to the finals.
This was an important game for Milwaukee. Milwaukee has struggled against all the top teams in the East this year. It was a back-to-back for them, but still, they played their guys.
0-8 against the top 3 teams in the conference.
They were 0-3 against the Cavs.
And now 0-9. Yep.
Darius Garland did not play well in this game. Donovan Mitchell did not shoot. He played well, but didn't shoot well. The two of them, 2 of 15 on threes.
Right.
Still go into Milwaukee and win. That's the thing about
convincingly.
That's the thing about this Cavs team. Like, this 14-game win streak, they've had some games where they just haven't played that well. They've gone down to the wire against some below-average teams, but they win every game. They figure out a way to win every game.
Shannon, they started off the season 15-0. In between December and January, they had a 12-game winning streak, and now they're on the verge of having their second 15-game winning streak of the season. That's who Cleveland is, Shannon.
Yeah. If we go back and look at the top 3 teams, and I think in all estimations, I think we can get some unanimity on this one, Wendy, is that you look at OKC, you look at Boston, you look at the Cavs. The one thing that they all have in common is depth in the bench. You look at a Ty Jerome, you look at a DeAndre Hunter, you look at a Merrill for the Cavs. You look at what the OKC Thunder trot out there. They just won a game, and they didn't start anybody. The Shea was take the night off, Jalen Williams took the night off, Holmgren took the night off, and Hartenstein took the night off, and they still won. And we see the same thing happen to Boston, and you see Peyton Pritchard and Derek White both score 40. The first time in Celtic history, 2 guys scored 40 points in the same game, and they combined for 19 made threes. That is what separates them, because when their starters are not playing well, their bench players can come in, and anybody off that bench, DeAndre Hunter can give you 30. Peyton Pritchard, you saw him give you 30. You see Wiggins go give you 30 the other night. That's what separates these 3 teams, I believe, from everybody else in the NBA. Their starters are really good, but their bench is outstanding.
Shannon, we don't have time to get into this. I just want to drop something on you just for you to think about, because Wendy and I were talking about this last week. Just for you to think about it. You can answer it another day. What do you prefer? Okay. I'm giving you 4 options. LA, Boston, NBA Finals. LA, Cleveland, NBA Finals. OKC, Boston, NBA Finals. OKC, Cleveland, NBA Finals. That's the best game of the year for the regular season. I'm just saying, think about it.
It's either Lakers, Boston, or Lakers, Cavs. Anything with LeBron James in an NBA Final is a very, very compelling storyline, Wendy, and you know that.
All right. Well, which one is it? Is it more compelling for Boston 18 titles, LA 17 titles? Is that more compelling, or is LeBron going up against Cleveland trying to thwart their efforts to capture another championship? Which one's more interesting?
Probably Cleveland.
Okay.
I think OKC is winning the West, but that would be like brother on brother. Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Some people say LA Boston, but I got y'all.
Guys, I love that quick take. So fast. The Celtics.
Oxygen. I got to ask you about the summer of 2023, because it's you and Shaq right now. You said that Bol Bol's better than Victor Wembanyama. We've seen a lot since then. Do you stand by that?
I tell you this. I think Bol has the same abilities as Victor Wembanyama. I think that Bol hasn't went out there and showed it for some reasons or whatever. but I see the same athletic ability that Bol has. I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if the team is not giving him confidence. I don't know if if people not giving him the ball. But I tell you this, I'm always in Bol's corner because I see the potential in him and what he can do. It's just that I don't think he has been able to get the right opportunity to go out there and prove himself, like a Victor Wembanyama. Victor, he comes. I mean, he's 7'5". He's shooting one-legged runners from three-point line or beyond. Bol do that bomb. It's different things that you give different players from different coaches, different freedom. Okay. Now, if I gave that same freedom to Bol, who knows what he gonna do? That's all I'm saying.
Jim, let me ask you about the Miami Heat and the situation. Obviously, with Jimmy Butler, that was stale. He ends up getting moved. Seems to be working out for Golden State Warriors. But you said that that Heat culture is not playing for the name on the back; it's playing on the name on the front. And can that still exist in today's league, especially after what just happened with the Jimmy Butler? Like, is that Heat culture still going to be a thing moving forward?
Yes, Heat culture going to always stay. Heat culture going to always be there. Either you can deal with it or you can't deal with it. It's up to you. And a lot of people that move on from it always say, hey, you know what? I should have stayed. Jimmy Butler Jimmy Butler did what he's wanted to do and how he wanted to do it. But when I was at the All-Star game in San Francisco, and Chris Mullin, Mitch Richard, and myself, they was asking me about Heat culture, Pat Riley, Jimmy Butler situation. I tell them this. I say, and they didn't believe me when I said, y'all got Jimmy Butler right. Jimmy Butler to me is like a Mitch Richmond. He put himself in position to score. He put his team in position to win. It's hard to stick him, and he plays both ends of the court. Okay, he's a mid-range jump shooter, but at times he gonna make three. He gonna make timely threes. Okay, I told them, everybody in the Bay Area, I said, y'all not gonna be in the play-in no more with Jimmy Butler. Y'all gonna be looking at a week of rest because y'all gonna be in the 6th, 5th, or 4th seed. That's how good Jimmy Butler is. All right. And a lot of people was like, you believe that? I said, I know that for sure. And that's what's happening with the Golden State Warriors. He comes in and I know what he can do. Steph could take breaks now. Steph don't have to run around and do a whole bunch of stuff. Jimmy, he knows that he has another player that can and has been proven to take over in the 4th quarter by himself. So he understands that, and they understand that. But Jimmy Butler, I really think is gonna help Kuminga out. He gonna tell Kuminga, look, stop listening to everybody. Play your game. All right, and that means you're not a 3-point shooter. Okay, stop shooting 3-pointers. Play your game. Get into the mid-range. Mix it up. Play downhill. Use your athletic ability, And that's what he's going to tell him to do. Sometimes you got to get all that clutter out and stop listening to coaches and go out there and play your game. And when you play your game, you will excel. I think that's what Kuminga is trying to differentiate. Should I make the coaches happy, or should I make myself happy? I think he has a guy in Jimmy Butler that's going to help him out with his decisions and playing better out there on the court.
I like that because we want Kuminga to be the best version of himself. Tim, this is always a pleasure. Yeah, he's fun to watch. We will talk soon, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all keep up good work.
Saying that LaMelo Ball wants to be on a winning situation, and that not being an all-star and not winning has actually affected him. So I'm going to start with you, Chandler, because there are a lot of opinions about LaMelo Ball, what kind of player he is. Do you see a world in which he forces himself out of Charlotte?
Yeah, I do. I feel like that's kind of what these players do that want more. They want success. They want a team built around them that has a chance to contend. And, whether it's the team or LaMelo or the players, the front office, the Charlotte Hornets, since he's been there, have been a very bad team and below average and haven't put themselves in a situation to win a lot of games. So I love to hear a report like this, that LaMelo does want more. He does care about winning. He's pissed off he wasn't an all-star. Like, I love that. He's obviously, we all know how talented he is, but now can he transition and mature to kind of be that 1-2 guy on a good championship team? And time will tell, but I know it can't be pleasant right now in Charlotte. It's not fun to lose games. It's not fun to have no hope to contend for a championship. So when I hear something like this about a young budding star, I like it, because clearly he wants to be great and he wants more.
I feel like he still wants to be a 1A guy, though. Whether he goes somewhere, whether he stays in Charlotte, he's going to want to put himself in a position to still be the guy to go to. He's going to be the go-to guy. Like, we just recently had a interaction about something I said, and I give him a lot of credit because of how he handled it. He said, listen, we gotta win games, and we gotta be a better basketball team if we want to change the narrative or change some of the things that's being said or reported about us. Simple and plain. Like, we gotta win basketball games if we want people to change the way that they speak about the Charlotte Hornets. I thought that was a great and mature approach for such a young star. So I don't see him trying to force his way out of Charlotte. I look for him to go into Charlotte this summer and say, look, y'all got to give us pieces. You got to, Brandon Williams is out. You got to give me a piece. Miles Bridges, what's his future there? You got to give me more pieces. Those are the guys, that's the nucleus of that team that you can build around. But if you can surround them around some vets, they may make another run for it right there in Charlotte.
All right, guys, taking a quick break, a little bit more Say What on the other side. So was recently asked about he and Darius Garland having the best bag court. You heard me correctly, bag. Who's got the best in NBA history? So you could think of all of them in the past. And he did mention Kyrie and Harden and Kyrie and Luka. But who has had the best bag? Lou, you first.
As far as bag talk, you got to give me Kyrie and James Harden. Them guys got Santa Claus bags. They got gifts for everybody in them bags. So give me those two guys.
Yeah, that's how you know Kyrie's respected with hoopers, because he's in both of the duos that Donovan said. And Kyrie's got the best handle. He's got the deepest bag. So yeah, you put him with Luka, put him with James Harden. Can't go wrong with either.
I know. I kind of love that. No matter what you mention, it's Kyrie associated. By the way, no matter what. Guys, we got another show tomorrow. The week is just getting started. Enjoy your Mondays. Put on some sunscreen, Chandler. It's your friend.